How do you get guaranteed comic books? You start a pull list with your LCS. I'm Alan and this is Climbing Comics. Next up on Stuff I Wish I Knew When I Got Back into Comic Collecting, I'll answer the question, I seem to always miss out on books when I go to my LCS. They're always sold out by the time I get to go to the store. Why does this happen and how do people get guaranteed books? Disclaimer, I'm not an LCS owner myself, but this is what I've deduced from speaking to the owners themselves. First things first, let's answer the question why. Your LCS will likely have a fixed amount of specific books they order from the distributor. For example, if they ordered 100 copies of Amazing Spider-Man issue number 54, but were only able to sell 10 of those books, they would have to sit on the rest of the books. Most distributors don't allow for comic book stores to sell back unsold books. So how do LCS owners know how many books to order from their distributor? They first take the number of books they know that they will sell. For now, let's call this the pull list / subscription owners. Secondly, they add the amount of overhead for drop-in customers. And thirdly, they'll order whatever they want to in terms of what they sell on their website or whatever they want to use them for. With this number, they'll have a rough estimate of how many books to order. So what is this pull list or aka subscription list and how do I get on it? You basically walk up or call your LCS and you ask them to start a pull list for you. Then you tell them which title or titles you want to add. Once this happens, each time that title comes out, they'll set aside a copy specifically for you. You could have one or you could have as many titles as you want, but keep in mind it's a very slippery slope. Then the next time you go to your LCS, they'll have those books ready and waiting for you to buy. Remember that your LCS makes these orders to the distributors weeks or even months ahead of time of that issue actually coming out. So make sure to add your titles early. I'd suggest you ask your LCS when their final order cutoff date is for that distributor. Insider tip here. There are lots of different covers that will come out with each issue. Most likely you'll be getting the cover A or the most printed issue of that book. But if you have a non-ratio variant that you want them to set aside for you, give them a call and see if they'll do it. It also helps if you have a good relationship with your LCS. As a general practice and etiquette, you're basically giving your LCS a commitment to buying that book. Let's say that you ask to put 10 books on your pull list or your subscription and you walk in and you ask them only to buy one of them. That's generally not a good practice, mainly because they'll have a ton of other books that they may not be able to sell back on their shelves. On the other side of the coin, do not be afraid to ask your LCS to remove titles from your pull list. They won't get angry or upset. This just gives them a more accurate number of books to order for next time. Commit to what you order and only order what you really want. The titles you have on your pull list may expand or contract. To know what kind of books to add to your pull list, check out my video here where I tell you a little bit of where to start with comic book collecting. From my comic journey to yours, make it your own. Thanks all. Bye.